Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni and I'm coming to you from Southern California. We are still under lockdown after this COVID-19 pandemic. So for today's episode of The Movie Canon's Movie Talk, I am being joined by only one person, 6 feet apart, Bryan.
Hey.
Okay, so our first topic for today's Movie Canon episode, I'm going to talk about the future of movies during this pandemic. Lockdown with COVID-19 and everyone wearing masks and everyone needs to be 6 feet apart. Ultimately right now all the movie theaters are closed. They started closing them down in March, so it's been like 2 months now since we've actually been to a movie theater, I suppose. I know a lot of the drive-ins are actually open and they're doing pretty well, but the main thing here is who is actually willing to go to the movies now after this COVID-19 pandemic that we're dealing with now. So the first thing here is which movie is going to come out first and who's actually going to go. So Bryan, so far right now, as far as the movie release dates, for a long time the only movie that was coming out, or was the first movie to come out, was Tenet, which is Christopher Nolan's next film. That comes out on July 17th. Most of the stuff in California is still closed, so that's July 17th date is coming up fairly closely. So Bryan, do you think Warner Brothers will actually open Tenet in mid-July?
With some regulations, yeah.
So let's say that we're still doing the 6 feet apart. So at that point they're gonna have to use like a lot of screens just to release one movie, which I think that's what Warner Brothers is trying to cash in on. They're kind of risking it, or they're gambling it a lot when it comes to still sticking to that release date, because it's only 2 months away, and I think they're hoping that all the movie theaters will open for July 17th, and they could be like the only movie out there. So if it's the only movie out there, I guess when it comes to the 6 feet apart, they'll be able to fill in still more people because there's no other movie coming out anyways. So maybe they're hoping that it'll still make a lot of money that way. Most recently, the studio decided to release, or is going to release, a movie called Unhinged, starring Russell Crowe. Now that movie is going to come out on July 1st. So that's going to come out in theaters nationwide on July 1st. So they decided to try to beat Warner Brothers and try to be the first movie to come out. Now, I believe this movie was made by a fairly new studio. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's their very first movie, called Solstice Studios. And I think they really try to like give it a good kick as the first movie, as the only movie that is out in theaters nationwide. Just a matter of like who's gonna go. So like in your situation, Bryan, I don't think you're gonna go see this movie, even though if it comes out July 1st, you probably haven't seen a trailer for it. But going back to Tenet, if Tenet is coming out on July 17th and the restrictions have eased so much that, okay, you can go see a movie in mid-July, would you still go that first weekend?
Yeah. For Tenet, yeah. But not for Unhinged.
Not for Unhinged?
No. I probably wouldn't even see it pre-Corona because I don't like going to the theaters too much. You don't know if you're going to be next to somebody that's talking too much or whatever, making noises, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of going to the movie theaters for that reason. So I mean, if it's gonna be like more restrictions, I might go to see it if it's Tenet, but maybe not this one.
So right now the movie is set at July 17th. It could change any minute. By the time I probably post this video, which might be a few days from now, we could already have a completely new release date by then, but as of right now it's still July 17th for Tenet, and that one Russell Crowe movie July 1st, and all the other ones like Mulan July 24th, and all these other movies. And it's like the SpongeBob movie, like I really don't know what's gonna happen with that one, because I just don't see parents taking their kids to see a movie, even though it's still 3 months? Yeah, like 3 months away. I just don't think that people are gonna do that.
You would think there'd be more drive-in theaters at this point.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of drive-in theaters right now open, and I guess it's fucking packed. Like, I guess it's hard for you to go now to go to a fucking drive-in theater, because like Like, I don't even know what they're playing. Like, what movies are they showing?
Mm.
I haven't even checked. I meant to check, like, what movies are they actually showing there? Because there's no new movies.
Probably classics.
Well, I figured it would be older movies, but I wonder, like, which ones... which ones are they choosing to play? Like, I'm assuming all drive-in theaters have different titles, I'm guessing?
And I'm sure it depends on the day of the week.
Yeah, I suppose so. But, I was thinking of maybe I should do that, but not if it's chaotic, like what I'm hearing, that it's just so freaking packed that you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound that interesting to me.
No.
But I guess we'll see what happens with the movies, and then like with getting food and the popcorn and the drinks, and like are they gonna have, I guess, hand sanitizer everywhere? I'm guessing they're gonna have to clean like every seat now.
Masks probably required.
Oh yeah. I think that's definitely.
What do you think? Like 1 seat or 2 seat, or they're gonna go like full 6 feet?
I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like let's say we go in a group.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming all in the group will sit together, right?
Yeah, I think you should have like parties, like maybe it's party of 4 or 5, and then from that party to the other party, there's like 6 feet.
Yeah, maybe like 3 seats apart or something. I don't know how wide each seat is, but yeah, it would be like a big gap.
Mm-hmm.
So then I don't know. It's very interesting to see how it's gonna play out. But like I said, that this whole situation could change in a second, and they could change the release date right away. And then I was reading that if Tenet doesn't come out in mid-July, I think all the other movies are gonna follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably won't start coming out till like late December, or till like not till next year.
But late December there might be a second wave, so who knows then, you know?
Yeah. So then there's that too. So I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah, nobody knows.
And
but hopefully we're allowed to go see it. Hopefully things are to a point where they're good enough where people can go see it. You know, take basic precautions. But even then, I still don't think that there's going to be too many people going to go see Tenet.
yeah, because I still think that there's still gonna be a lot of people that are just not gonna be ready to go.
You think Mulan's going to make more money than Tenet if they're both released?
I don't know. I have no idea, because I know Mulan, in one sense, I know Disney's counting on the box office from China, so I don't think China will be affected as much. But then everyone else will be like, maybe children who would want to see Mulan. Although this version of Mulan doesn't seem to be like too kid-friendly though.
Looks more serious.
So, I don't know. We don't know. We just have to wait and see what happens with Tenet. And like I said, maybe by the time I post this video, they already pushed it back to next year or some shit. But so far, it's coming out mid-July.